Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Imperial Holonet. I'm GID123,
And I'm Red Pluto Antilles.
And I'm Nero Cole.
and today we are going to do our review of Captain America: Civil War.
If only we had good music. If only we had a good theme to play for this, and only might from the soundtrack.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I finally found the main theme from the soundtrack.
Oh really?
Yeah, it's the theme for this movie. We'll get into
Okay,
everything. This.
So we'll just do a best thing, worst thing, and then we'll just get into our random musings and thoughts. So I'll start first. I just came back from the movie. So
Oh, and this is spoilers. This is
oh yeah,
spoilers.
Yeah, spoilers. So
full
full alert. If you
spoilers.
don't want spoilers, do not watch this.
Leave-
until you
Forgot
see
that
the
for our
movie.
Batman v Superman review.
Yeah, well,
So
Yeah,
we
wait,
started off with
I know,
we
but
started off with Superman dying. It's like, oh yeah, spoilers by the way.
oh yeah, but I know that movie. So this is this movie. So my best thing is pretty much good 99% of the movie. I really loved it. I was just like hooked the entire way.
Like best specific element.
Okay, but there's so many things. Oh,
Shot.
I don't
suit.
know. I'll say my best thing would probably be the comedy. I just really thought it was so fun. It was like a very lighthearted movie, despite how dramatic it was.
Like, I don't care. He killed my mom.
I
Yeah, that's so
know. And
Yeah.
I guess
and
that's
Steve tried to break somebody's to Tony's neck. Yeah, that's so happy and joyful.
Oh no, I think I know the best thing. It's a scene. So big spoiler where okay, I'm gonna spoil it. Ant-Man turns really big and he's like, "Whoa, I'm doing it!" Like just the face in his eyes, like that shocked look. That's probably my best thing.
Oh yeah, especially because he almost faints again.
Yeah, and my worst thing, and when I say my worst thing, it's like it's not something that like bugs me a complete a lot, but it's still probably the weakest. I didn't feel it for Baron Zemo. I mean, just Colonel Zemo. He's not like the worst thing ever. And big spoiler here. At least I'm glad he's alive, so he can maybe one day find a sock and put it on his head.
He was.
Good.
I actually. This isn't my favorite thing about him about the movie, but I really, really loved Zemo by the end.
Oh,
like,
I mean, he
the entire
worked
time
for
I
the
was
scene.
like, what's the point of him if he's just kind of this manipulator who has vague motive? And then that scene with Black Panther, I think, completely sums up what the movie's about.
Oh, I
Yes,
agree.
I
Like that
agree.
scene, like
I
I mean,
like
by the end, I'm just like, okay, never mind. He might be one of the best villains in the MCU. I think he's better than Loki.
Oh, definitely. I would agree that
Yeah.
scene works for him. Like it definitely redeems him in my eyes a lot. Just like because he works just for the theme of the movie. He's the theme of the movie in a person.
Yeah.
That's the best way I can
Yeah.
describe. I mean, granted,
Consequences
I
and
miss
family.
Sock. I mean, granted, I would have loved seeing Sockhead, and I guess then my second least favorite thing would be lack of Hydra because they're my boys, my peeps.
Yeah, but the fact that Hydra and Shield weren't in this movie, and but their presence was in it, was awesome.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
So let's start with.
Oh, so we got Hydra. We got flashbacks to Hydra constantly.
Speaking. I guess. I'll go into that when. I like that too. We'll get into that when we talk about it. Cole, you want to go next? I kind of just rambled here.
Okay, so
My thoughts are
I'd
all
have
over
to
the place.
say, for my best thing, I'd have to say I love just how much Tony Stark and Steve Rogers are in the forefront, and they are very much the polar opposites, but in very interesting ways. Like you get to see throughout the movie their points and maybe some things to contradict those points, but you don't end up hating these characters by the end, and that's what I really loved about how they handled this.
Oh,
I don't know.
If
I
I-
kind of wanted to punch Steve the entire time.
If I had to say a worst thing, just there are some contrivances in this movie. Like
Hmm.
I might be one of the naysayers, but I thought the Wanda blowing up Crossbones in front of the building, I can believe that to a point.
Oh
but
yeah, I
it's-
forgot about that. I should
It
have.
is a-
That
it's-
my worst thing.
It's a bit contrived, and also the way Zemo is able to get all these things to happen at once with little spotlight being shed on that bothered me a bit too. So that's probably
I got
my
a little
worst.
confused.
He kind of pulled a Loki and Joker at the same time thing.
Yeah,
Yes.
I got a little confused by his plan by the end of it. Like, why is he in Siberia per se? Like, why does he really want to kill these Winter Soldiers? Like that kind of confused me just a bit. Maybe I
And
have
that
to.
might that might get better on multiple viewings.
Yeah,
though.
I have seen this film a couple times, and yeah, I'm like, I actually put them in my worst thing. They killed Crossbones. Like, oh, another villain dead. Like, we need more villains in this universe. I mean, granted, we got the Spider-Man villains coming, but you know.
They better not start killing them left and right, because then I really am going to be ticked. Also, another best thing. I'll say two more best things. Black Panther is phenomenal in this movie. I really like Chadwick Boseman as Black Panther.
Wakanda all the way.
Yes. And also, I like Spider-Man in this movie. I thought that Tom Holland was really good.
Well, we'll get to him. Let's save him.
We'll get to him probably last. So, Red, what did you think?
My favorite thing, I'll start with my least favorite. Least favorite thing is probably the fact that, and I get that, and Steve kind of explained this, it eased my problems with it a little bit more, which is the fact that kind of the argument wasn't in the forefront. He was like, well, I guess it's not about the argument, it's more about the personal stuff it's more about the family dynamic with these characters than the actual argument itself. Though I still feel like Cap was a little, like, it was kind of annoying how anytime that anyone brought up a good point, Cap would just completely shove it under the rug. And, like, anytime that he did something morally questionable, we didn't really address it. Like, he tries to murder Tony, and, like, when Tony's going after Winter Soldier, it's a really emotional scene, and we get to see his flaws, and we get to see his breaking point. But then when Steve has that breaking point, we just skip over it and don't really touch upon it much because we have to show him in a better light. Like, Tony is allowed to have that dark moment, showing his inner demons, but Steve he has to be perfect. So we only acknowledge that he has inner demons, but we don't really explore them.
I'll have to see that a couple more times before. I only saw this once, so maybe you're right. I
like we shove or when it comes to stuff like him lying to Tony about Winter Soldier killing his parents.
Yeah.
Like, I liked that, but then my problem was they gave him so much time explaining it and stuff like that it was less about, like, Tony's flaws were addressed and we explored them. But with Steve, we kept hammering in, he has all these flaws, but he's a good person. Oh, he has this flaw, but he's a good, we understand that he's a good person. You don't have to hold our hand and explain to us, this is why he did that. Or, like they don't do that when Tony has flaws, they just let it speak for itself. But then with Steve, it's like they're terrified that somebody might mildly dislike him.
Maybe this is another thing to consider too. This is not in any way to redeem. This does not in any way redeem the movie and that flaw in any way. But perhaps future movies will deal with that later. But that doesn't excuse the fact that I can agree with that.
Maybe, yeah.
We really don't see Steve that much in a bad light, like we sometimes do with Tony. Well, not bad light, but I think y'all get what I mean.
We don't see his inner or we don't explore the inner demons.
Yes.
Right.
Or we spend too much time justifying them. Which makes me love Tony all the more, just because he's so much more human. Like, throughout the entire movie, Steve's just, which I think this is my favorite thing, which is just Tony. Just, he's amazing in this movie.
All the actors are brilliant.
Like, he's the human element, while Steve's, constantly being like, no, what's right is right, yada, yada, yada. And then Tony actually, is willing to compromise at points. Tony truly, at the end of the day, is the better man. No matter what side you fall on, he's the better man because he's able to compromise.
We'll get to Tony because I got a really good scene with him coming up when we talk more in depth.
In that opening thing with young Robert Downey Jr.
By the way, their aging tech is like getting really good. It's creepy.
Yeah,
like I can't wait to see what they do when they try to bring Peter Cushing back to life.
Wait, I just realized the least favorite thing. What? Randomly having Pepper leave.
Oh, yeah.
That pissed me right the hell off. The only way you can redeem that in my mind is if you bring in, what's-her-face, Bethany Cade from the comics, who was the person who helped him through his alcoholism. That is the only way you can fix that in my mind. I feel like their relationship was so good in Iron Man 3, and then you just throw it under the rug.
That was weird, yeah.
Yeah, it's almost like a bait and switch in that regard.
I just thought it was quick and weird. Like, why did they break up?
Yeah.
Oh, I heard rumors about that before they went to the movie. So
I heard rumors that she was going to be in this movie, and I guess that wasn't. Now I know that wasn't true.
We might report on that.
But the best thing might be the fact that they saved the day by learning from Wedge Antilles, and just the line, "Your shield does not obey the laws of physics."
Yes, I love
That
that
is
one.
so great because it reminds me so much of Ultimate Spider-Man. Because in the Ultimate Comics, like anytime he fights a villain, like his snark is usually like he's not like making fun of like, oh, your costume's dumb. He's constantly like, okay, before I die, how the hell does your tech work? Like he'd rather like he doesn't care about his He just wants to know if I'm gonna die. At least explain it.
You said that to me on Twitter, like they do something from Wedge, and like I was worried for a second, like, wait, is this gonna be some reference I don't know, like a line I'm gonna miss? Like, oh no, they explicitly tell me.
Oh, they really
They
beat you over
say
the head.
they-
with that,
they
and it's
hit-
hilarious.
Yeah. And also, I actually maybe the best scene might just that shows why Tony is so much better than Steve in this movie, but more human. Is just when he goes over to Peter after Peter gets
Oh, we're gonna talk
up,
about that. Yeah.
and he's just like you did a good job, kid. You did a really good job. Like I love the fact that all this shit's happening,
Yeah.
but he still takes the time to just tell this kid.
We're gonna call your Aunt May. We're gonna call your mom.
Yeah, I love that, and especially when he's like, "No, boss." I love when he keeps calling him boss throughout the whole time. Like, Tony's kind of like it's like Tony's looking at a younger version of himself, and just their interactions are great. The fact that Peter doesn't betray Tony's team like he does in the comics, the fact that he's still on his side by the end is awesome.
And this is why I like this film, because it really just pretty much takes a mediocre to bad comic, which I have not read. I know it's bad, and makes a really good movie out of it. Or at least
Yeah,
some
also
of the
they-
themes.
They sum up why Peter should always be on Tony's side in this argument, which is
The responsibility.
yeah, exactly, responsibility. He says you're doing bad things, or he says you're trying to say that if you know what was his line? Like he says that Mr. Stark says that you.
I don't remember, something about loose cannons. I don't know.
It's something like you're not evaluating what you do or whatever, and that makes you dangerous. And that's Peter Parker in a nutshell. That's what his villains are people who have power and think that the fact that they have power means that they can do whatever they want. And his whole point is you have to use power responsibly. And so Tony's side is the ones who are being responsible about their power. And actions have consequences. And that really works, especially for a Peter who just lost Uncle Ben 6 months prior.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, that was cool. I like how they kind of did Spider-Man's origin.
Oh, the makeshift costume was great.
Also, this is I gotta throw this in there. Did anybody
And
else
then we're just
think
pretty
that?
much now on to just random discussion at this
Yes,
point.
I gotta ask this. This will be a nice segue, just a lighthearted thing to start off with. Then we'll get in the darker stuff later. But did either of you think that Aunt May was too hot?
What do you mean?
Yeah, and Tony makes a joke about that.
Yeah.
It's great.
Hot as in
Yeah,
sexy?
No,
Yes.
no. Like she had fever.
Oh, I get you.
It's like it was really problematic.
I didn't.
She was
Yeah.
sneezing constantly. It just
I didn't realize that.
messed with the entire film.
I didn't realize that. And
Like, what do you think he meant?
I don't know. Okay. I
Yes.
liked Ant-Man. I'm glad he was back. It was so much fun.
I liked her too, but it's just
Here.
when you have this image of Aunt May being an
Aunt
older
May.
woman, it's refreshing, but also kind of creepy to get a younger.
I'm so used to like old Aunt May from the Raimi films because that's what I kind of grew up on.
Yeah,
That's not my
thank
fault.
you.
Rosemary Harris. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of like to me that's what Aunt May's supposed to be. I mean, I don't know the comics, so that's what I grew up on as a kid. That's why I grew up with those three movies. I'm sort of like the old Aunt May, not middle aged to very good looking Aunt May.
Yes.
Yeah,
I guess the ultimate-
Sally Field is still like the perfect Aunt May in my mind,
Mhm.
which is why I'm still kind of sad that we're not getting more of the Amazing Spider-Man stuff.
Yeah.
But did you ever notice that those captions that told you the places where you were very weird looking?
Oh yeah, those were way too bold and kind of
Yes.
space.
Like
Like if we can see the shard, it's clearly London.
then they were just huge.
Oh yeah, it gets in the way so much.
And they weren't very stylish either.
Yeah.
Aren't stylish.
It needed to be cursive
Yeah.
Maybe
So-
cursive.
I
or
guess
italics, just something. I don't know. It's too like in your face. Like we get it.
Or
But
why
I
not
like-
do just like a data version, like do it like a computer's doing it, something like that.
Hmm
I like the flashback though to 1991 Soviet Union in the Hydra base.
Yeah, but I wish they did the Iron Man 3 thing, where when you go back, you have like music playing.
That's true.
I want I'm Blue to be playing. Damn it.
I kind of like the
I love the opening of Iron Man 3. Can I just say that? Like we have two movies that open in the 90s in the MCU and another that opens in 89.
Yeah.
One thing I really like about the scene is like from a historical perspective, you see the Soviet colonel as this powerful Soviet colonel working for Hydra, and then you see him again, but now he's in Cleveland. He lives in a crappy home and apartment, like because it's so true that a lot of some Russians who moved to America after the Soviet Union collapsed, they used to have good jobs in the Soviet Union, but now here, like janitors or something.
Yeah.
That was cool.
So where should we? So let's
start. I know something I want to talk about that was sad.
Okay.
No more Peggy. Rest in peace, Peggy Carter.
Yes.
Which we knew going in, and
I just feel sad.
I liked it. I mean, I don't know if it had much of a bearing on the plot itself, but
I just thought it was sad.
Other than getting Sharon, I guess, into the plot.
Well, it also cements Cap's ideal.
The ideal woman. The ideal woman.
The ideal.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, that moment when he kisses Sharon and then he turns around.
Oh, I love that scene.
Falcon and Bucky are like, oh yeah.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
Oh, and can you move your seat up? No.
I love that too.
Like those two were so awesome.
Like I feel like Bucky, and Falcon, Captain Bucky and Falcon should just like be a 3-man team, just go on adventures together.
I would pay money to see that.
And then like Tony and Peter like have like a sitcom where they're like in an apartment in New York. That'd be awesome.
That would be.
Oh, that's awesome. Let's see, what did I write?
Like Matt Murdock's the neighbor, and then like Punisher the landlord who's really pissy.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll get some interesting stuff with Sharon Carter in the future. So maybe going forward, I'm interested to see where they take her.
Captain America making out with his girlfriend's grandniece. Oh
yeah.
No, that's not creepy at all.
Yeah, seriously, it's so awkward.
Yeah.
I mean, holy crap.
Let's have a character arc where Cap deals with this in a very serious way.
It's so wrong.
But Bucky and Falcon will be like, "You go, dude."
Oh no, like maybe they don't know, and then like he's like, yeah, it was kind of awkward doing, seeing those, she's Peggy's. He's like, what? Like, dude.
Bucky's really weirded out by this. I love that scene also where Bucky like talked about this redhead he used to date. Like she's now like 100 years old.
Oh, and he says Dot. Is that supposed to be Dottie from the Agent Carter show?
I don't know.
I have no idea because I don't watch that show. I just know there's a character named Dottie.
Maybe, I don't know. I don't remember her in the Captain America. Maybe it's Clara's character. No, wait, she wasn't the redhead.
You're saying it's good, like they're gonna show a flashback. It's gonna be Kieran Gillen, and they're gonna get to like every Doctor Who companion.
Maybe, I don't know.
So I have to ask, what do y'all think of Black Panther?
He's awesome.
Amazing, just amazing.
Wakanda.
Yes. And also the ending scene with the first end credits scene with him and Cap, and you see the. I don't know comics. So the statue of the Panther, or
it's a mountain of a panther.
Yeah, it's like a mountain that looks like it, or it was shaped to look like it.
Yeah, that was really fun. Did y'all stay to see the second credits?
I did.
Yes, it's amazing.
It's fun.
I knew it going in.
I didn't.
The second credit scene, but holy crap, it's good.
I will have to see that on a second viewing because I did not see that.
Oh, you didn't see it?
No.
It's Peter like talking about how he got like in a fight with a guy named Steve from Brooklyn. How his friend was huge.
And
then
he
realizes that his web shooter projects the Spidey signal.
When I saw something funny, when he said I got in this fight with a guy named Steve, I couldn't help but think of our Steve. Like our
Steve Braxton. It's like, oh, that would have turned out poorly for Steve.
I could see it. But from an ideological perspective, I'd like to see how that turned out.
Oh, yeah, because he doesn't like Spider-Man.
Exactly.
I didn't know that. Oh, that'd be
fun. Though he has decided, he is a Team Cap person, though.
Oh,
sorry, he's Team Iron Man now.
Oh, interesting.
Is he?
Yep.
Huh.
He said that he was Team Cap going in, and then now he's Team Iron Man, because how can you disagree with that scene with the kid?
That's true.
I love Tony in that scene. Just all the shit he's going through in this movie, and the fact that again, he actually grows as a person.
Yeah.
Like that entire thing where he's like, I would have spent, my, summer in Vegas. This kid, went over to Sokovia to help people, and we dropped a building on him.
That's sad.
Also, they don't give they don't give visas to weapons of mass destruction.
That's
It's like he's legitimately right. Like, you're housing a dangerous person without even trying to train her, really. Like, on the field training might not be the best thing to do when somebody can blow up an entire building.
Yep.
I really did like Scarlet Witch in this movie, though. That's right.
I did too. She's OP as all heck, but she's I loved everything that was done with her. Save the convenient building blow up thing.
Yeah, but I mean, I kind of buy that she would accidentally do.
I can buy it, but it's one of the points.
It's Crossbones blowing himself up that's weird.
Yes.
I don't like that. I wish Crossbones were alive. Maybe he survived. I don't know. You don't know what Crossbones can live through.
No, that guy. If we're going
That guy's dead.
Oh, that guy's dead.
He's dead, Jim.
Mm.
He posted a lot, like, again.
Yep. I'm glad Baron Zemo's alive, though. You think they'll bring him back?
Well, probably. Which also, Martin Freeman was wasted in this movie.
Yes.
He was weird. Very weird hearing him in an American accent.
It was funny. It's funny when I saw him. I'm like, hey, it's Martin Freeman. And then I saw him at the end. I'm like,
It's Watson
wait, that's
and
all he
Bilbo.
used to do?
It's Watson and
Really?
Bilbo. He was an American accent. Like that.
Okay,
Was
what's the point of him in this movie? He's just kind of there.
Yeah, he is just kind of there. Maybe we'll get more of him. See, that's the thing.
He actually said
feel like-
he is planning to come back for something.
That's the thing with this movie. I feel like a lot of people could use the card. Well, they could do more stuff in future movies. I don't know how much of a free pass that should give this movie though.
Yeah, and plus, a lot of this stuff doesn't, like, it's almost feeling like it's derailing the MCU for a year
What do you
by
mean?
having
So,
each other just to wait for Infinity War, just to pad out time. Because we know they're going to be buddies by Infinity War.
well,
Yeah,
we
it's
think.
true.
Well, they're going to have to work together.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
not like they're fighting still by then.
Well, you can still have the after effects of Civil War appear, like in Spider-Man, and
Yeah, I know, but the problem is just, we just got the Avengers together, and then we wrecked them apart.
Well, we got 2 movies with the Avengers. We got a.
Yeah, but they just finally got a new team at the end of the most recent one, and then they split apart.
Wouldn't it be interesting if we had Avengers A and then Avengers B, and like part 1 deals with A, and then
Didn't
No
they
Avengers West Coast. Yeah, they send Hawkeye there, and it's just Hawkeye.
Well, they
Like in
did
the
say
comics?
that they are changing the name of Infinity War.
yeah, they're changing the name of Infinity War.
I don't.
The Russos have confirmed that. I
Probably just
believe.
going to be called Infinity Gauntlet.
Maybe.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind that, but off that
like it.
track.
I like Infinity War better. I just like the name Infinity War. Because we're fighting.
Gauntlet, but Infinity Gauntlet's a double entendre.
It's true.
Because it's a gauntlet, literally, and it's a gauntlet of, like, people you're fighting.
Huh, that's true.
That's true.
See, it's puns and double entendres. It's
So we have just learned that Red likes puns.
Yeah.
well, I mean, I love the Riddler. What do you expect?
That's
Oh,
true. It's always the difficulty though with Marvel movies. Like they're, as Steve always says, this is the big budget television series. This is just one big budget television series with many television series. In it. With many television series around it. Also, they hinted that there are more powered people around that we know of. That well, obviously, since Spider-Man's around somewhere.
Well,
Doctor
and
Strange
Jessica Jones.
Oh, that's true.
and Daredevil.
Well, Matt. Nobody knows that Matt has powers.
Right.
Right.
Let's
So-
see what we talk about.
Well, also Captain Marvel apparently is already around. Because she was supposed to be in Age of Ultron, then she was supposed to be in Civil War, then they keep pushing her back. Her film was supposed to come out next year, then they pushed her back another year for Spider-Man Homecoming.
Okay. Oh, I found something
Yeah, I'm
we can
still
talk
pissed.
about. Did anybody think that there's a bit of too much shaky cam at the beginning?
I
I didn't catch it too much.
didn't catch it too much. I that didn't bother me as much. I
What?
noticed that a little, but not to the point that it bothered me.
Yeah, I mean,
I didn't like that opening action sequence too much.
oh, really? I kind of liked it.
Black Widow freaking takes like a grenade and doesn't get hurt at all.
That's true, but
Nobody gets scarred in that entire. I mean, Cap like getting thrown out of that building, like smacking the ground was great.
Yeah.
But other than that, they didn't do too much with the action sequence.
Let's talk about the relationship between Cap and Iron Man in this, because I think that's a big thing that needs some dissecting.
Oh yeah, lots of
Okay,
bitterness.
so teams by the end of the movie. We're going in and then by the end of the movie.
Going in Cap all the way, coming out. I don't know.
I went in Cap, and by the end, I think I'm still Cap.
Well, we know what you were.
Oh yeah, Team Iron Man all the way. Team Iron Man to the end of the movie, because he's the only person who actually is willing to compromise and actually willing to evaluate a situation rather than just saying, "Well, this is my personal feelings, so then I'm not even going to question anything at all." Like that entire speech, which is straight out of the comics, of that whole plant yourself like a tree and say, "No, you move." That can be a justification for doing some horrible things. Like, oh, if you believe yourself to be right, then don't even question yourself once. Don't listen to anyone else's criticisms. It's like, yeah, and we've heard a lot of dictators and terrorists use that excuse before. It's kind of terrifying, because Cap's kind of a fascist in this movie.
Weird.
His entire justification is, well, he doesn't even really talk that much. That's my other problem is, anytime Tony, with Cap himself, is anytime Tony brings up a really good point, he doesn't really argue it. He just ignores it. Like in the comic, Tony wants to have a conversation, and then Steve just wants to punch stuff, pretty much.
Well, I think it's probably better in the comic. I mean, in the book, in the movie, not the comic.
Yeah.
I never read the comic, so did anybody here read the comic?
Nope.
Oh, dang it, we can't do compare and contrast.
I've heard bad things about it, so...
It's horrible.
Yeah, so we did not talk about it.
And Red's like, it's horrible.
Yeah,
Yep.
He's like, I have no need to read it. It's horrible.
I feel like we should be talking more about stuff. Like, I feel like... Spider-Man,
let's talk about Ant-Man.
I like Ant-Man.
He's there.
I like
Ant-Man.
Ant-Man.
He exists.
I like Ant-Man.
He exists.
He was fun.
I mean, like, I asked my dad because he hasn't seen the Ant-Man film yet. Did he make you want to watch the Ant-Man film? And he was like, no. He's a Paul Rudd fan, but he was like, no, not really.
Well,
I like
he's
Ant-Man.
really just your typical guy, and there's
Yeah.
and beyond, and even Ant-Man didn't give him a lot of really unique things to really do. Yeah, he's a thief, but other than that, he's just your really run-of-the-mill guy. What's special about him? Other than that, he can turn small.
That's why I really love Ant-Man, though, because he just wants to do right by his daughter, and like that's why I really love him. Anybody
Well,
who
I
does
can
that,
get by the justification, but that doesn't make him the most unique person.
he doesn't have to be unique. I still like him, and I still like that.
Yeah,
movie.
but he still has to have at least a character that you can latch onto beyond just he's likable.
Basically, I think
really.
what Red and I are saying is we think
There has to be room for development. There has to be room for exploration. There's nothing to explore with him.
basically I think
I don't
Red
think
and I
so.
are saying
I
Like
love
that-
once you see him once, once you've read one story with this character, you've read them all pretty much.
That's cool. I don't need development. I just need fun wackiness sometimes. I love sitcoms. Raymond.
I think what Red and I are saying is that we think Ant-Man is really one-dimensional.
And,
wrong
and
with
the
that?
thing, but here's the thing, dude. Him being in this movie is trying to be a commercial, and perfectly fine, a commercial for Ant-Man Wasp,
Yes.
and it fails on that front.
Oh, I forgot there was an Ant-Man Wasp. I always forget that.
Yeah.
When is that coming out, by the way?
Keep talking.
I don't know. I don't keep up. I just know. What is this year apart from Civil War? Is Doctor Strange this year, or is it?
Doctor Strange, and isn't there one other thing?
I thought Spider-Man was next year.
Yeah. Okay, it's July 6, 2018.
That same year, Spider-Man.
No. Spider-Man's
2018. Spider-Man's 2017.
Oh, I always forget we're in 16. Duh.
And Guardians
I'm a year
2 is 2017. Thor Ragnarok 2017. Captain Marvel 2018.
Do you think that Thor Ragnarok is going to happen the same time as Civil War's going on?
No,
No, I
probably
doubt
not.
And then you can be doing the Iron Man 2 thing?
Don't know.
Don't know.
Probably gonna be like right before Infinity War and set it up. Like it's probably gonna be about the after effects of Guardians, since those come out in the same year.
Oh, I know what we could talk about. Nobody died. I thought somebody was gonna die.
Oh yeah, the entire time I was like, because
Yeah.
it would be the second Red Riding Blue superhero to get killed at the end of a superhero film this year.
At least this time it would make more sense.
Yeah.
If it did happen.
Yeah, I kept waiting, like, who's gonna die? Oh, did War Machine die? Oh, no, he didn't die. Is Cap gonna die? Oh, no, he didn't die. Is Iron Man gonna die? No, he didn't
War Machine
die.
got the worst end of the stick.
It felt like I kept getting faked out, but I didn't mind it that much.
You see, the reason I thought that because I thought the idea would be Cap dies, then Thor and Hulk have to go get him back from Hell or Ragnarok or wherever that place is, and that would be what Thor Ragnarok's all about.
If I'm correct, Ragnarok is supposed to be the Asgardian apocalypse.
Right.
Yep.
Right. Who's directing that?
I think it's the same guy who did the previous. So, it's directed by Taika Waititi.
Some name I can't pronounce.
Waititi.
Never heard of him.
Taika. I'm sorry, I do not know how to pronounce this guy's name. He's from New Zealand.
Huh.
That's cool.
Nice.
I'm surprised we didn't see Oscorp in the background or something, or Spider-Man.
I'm surprised we didn't get Daily Bugle at all.
Well, this Peter's kind of too young to work.
Well,
yeah, so maybe we did get Daily Bugle. Maybe we just didn't see it because we do get newspapers in this movie.
Oh yeah, I should have checked.
No, that's true. Maybe it was in Peter Parker's house. I don't know.
That could be true.
I noticed some Disney memorabilia in the stands, but that was it.
Yeah.
Let's see. What else could we talk about? How do we think of Bucky? What do we like about Bucky this year?
Yeah, we need to talk about Bucky.
He was good. His
he was good.
Character arc stuff was solid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The funny thing about him is I didn't have a strong dislike for him, but I didn't have a strong love for him. I like the stuff toward the end of the movie with him. But here's another complaint that I just thought of is we don't really get much of Bucky and Tony really getting dialogue between them after Tony finds out that he's the one that killed spoilers that Winter Soldier is the one that killed Tony Stark's parents. And I kind of wish we got one token line of where Tony asks, "Do you remember them at all?" And he says, "I remember all of them," which is a line I liked, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I like how they keep bringing back the guy who plays older Mr. Stark, Howard Stark.
Oh, by the way, this movie has made $200.4 million, which means it's I think a fourth. Well, Batman v Superman is $862.9 million.
Well, it's only been out for a day.
That's what I'm saying, though. Is there already a fourth there?
Oh wow!
Nice.
It's gonna probably make a.
Or sorry, half. Yeah, fourth. I'm an idiot.
Wow. That's good. Keep making. You think he'll make $1 billion? Oh, it's gotta make $1 billion.
Probably not.
Probably not.
How much was his budget though? Like, it doesn't need to make. I'm sure it needs to make some good chunk of change, obviously.
Well, the marketing too. I'm sure there's a lot in terms of marketing because they did a lot of marketing for this movie.
Hopefully, they'll need to make $1 billion just to break even.
Yeah, and just justify making the movie.
Well, they'll go forward anyway.
It came up as the American Civil War.
Oops. Wrong.
So it's like was 2.5 million daily, and that's money of that time.
Yikes.
It better be spent about 2,099,802,707.
That's a lot of money.
We spent 6, 16. Oh god, that's a lot.
Type the number in the chat.
And there's your little history lesson for you, folks.
Yeah. So, but yeah,
Oh wait, we're talking about something else.
it would have cost about
Back to the movie, folks. Not to.
Back to the movie.
I think the movie cost about. Damn it, it's not showing up.
I'll find it out. I'll find it out.
No, because it would show up. Because remember, they don't reveal these things until a little bit after the movies come out.
Yeah.
I found a budget of $250 million.
Where did you find that?
Just good old Wikipedia.
Just good old Wikipedia.
Yeah, you're gonna Wikipedia that.
You know, we go to IMDb.
It's still behind Ultron, by the way.
What?
It's still behind Ultron.
Oh.
Oh, really?
Which I've already seen people say, like, "Oh, this is what Age of Ultron should have been." Like,
Yeah.
oh God, people really don't get what that movie, how good that movie is.
Oh no. Or Iron Man 3.
Hmm
I need to watch Iron Man 3 again
hate when people
because
say Iron Man
I
3.
didn't have a strong love for Iron Man 3 when it came out.
Well, then you're wrong.
You gotta love Red. He's just so straightforward. Well, you're wrong.
What's Iron Man 3? It's perfect.
Yeah, I saw it
let's
on
see.
TV and I thought it was really good. Oh, I
What
just
about I'm blanking on stuff.
why do you see this movie more?
They telegraphed the fact that it was the Starks a little bit too much.
What do you mean?
Wait,
That
what?
Winter Soldier killed them. Like the opening scene, I'm like, okay, that's clearly the Starks.
Yeah, I did
I
too.
thought that was like the point. Like they're supposed to tell you that they killed the Starks.
Yeah, but they telegraph it way too much, and they're like, "Who's in the car? Who's in the?" Oh yeah, it's them.
Really? I mean,
Yeah,
I
they did with
didn't
the
pick it up. But
They
I,
keep cutting back to what it without telling us.
oh, okay. I guess I didn't pick it up because like, oh, they're just showing a flashback of the Starks and they don't want to show the dead bodies. Okay.
But why not show the dead bodies?
I
Or either don't show the dead bodies and only show it once or twice, or cut back to it and show them.
Oh, all right.
I'd say when we did get the reveal that he's the one that killed him, that was actually that was a really dark scene. I actually really
Oh my
liked that.
gosh, Tony having to watch that was, and in the fact that Tony's like the fact that Robert Downey Jr. is starting to cry, and also the fact that Steve kind of breaks down as well.
Mhm.
Oh, also Rhodey. Keep forgetting to bring this up. Probably like one of the best parts of the movie
Really?
because they weren't going to kill him, but his speech at the end is really awesome.
Yeah, that's good.
Just
Oh,
that whole
yeah.
like he served all these missions and it doesn't matter he did because it's the right thing to do, and that's kind of the difference between him and Cap is I'm always right because I'm Cap. War Machine, he evaluates his situations constantly.
In terms of vision, I feel like I have to see the movie again to really get a stance on him because, like Age of Ultron, I'm a little unsure as to what I think about him right now.
I thought it was fine. I thought it was kind of funny. Like him and Charlotte.
Well, I mean, just beyond that, I mean, what his character served and all that. I mean, I can say general things, but not really specific.
Mhm.
Well, I'm surprised wasn't in this film. Fury.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I was expecting him to pop up somewhere.
I'm kind of happy he was. I'm kind of glad that we're moving past the Phase 1 and Phase 2 stuff.
Yeah.
I still wish Hydra will come back. Maybe one day.
It will never come back, dude.
Aww. Well,
It's like
maybe.
the Sith.
Yeah, well, I guess maybe a new
That could
organization.
spawn a whole
will...
other argument, folks, where Red and Joel debate this whole thing.
Well,
That's
we
an argument for another time.
cut off one head, two more will take its place. Hail Hydra. But I do like.
Unless Ward is in charge, in which case
Nah, Ward's gonna be dead. It's gonna be by
You're
the time.
dead.
Nah, he's gonna be dead by the time this season's over. But I do like this how a lot of this Hydra stuff in the background, like this terrorist empire. I like, ooh, there's another empire that fell. This terrorist empire fell, and there's just all the remnants left. By the way, is Sokovia supposed to be part of the old Soviet Union? Because he keeps talking about an empire falling. Zemo does.
No, Sokovia is important to him because that's where his family died.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. I knew that part.
Also, there's also another kind of thing that's just there
I
is
still
the
don't
other.
fully understand. Like, I understand he wants to split the Avengers, but I don't understand why he needs to go to Siberia.
I also don't
Because he
understand why
wants to get them in an isolated location, I think.
Yeah,
But
Yeah,
why,
but why kill the other Winter Soldiers?
and why Siberia? Of all
Because
the
he hates people with powers.
That's,
Oh,
yeah, that's true. That's true.
Okay, if that's the case, then that makes more sense. Like, I was confused, like, okay, if you want to get into an isolated location, then, like, why can't you just do it, like, on an island, or, why Siberia?
Well, might as well make it a place that's emotionally important to. Well, no. It's because he was asking for the file.
Oh, he want. Oh,
He needed to
because.
find Tony. He needed to find the file that showed the because they had the doctor footage.
Oh,
yeah,
now it all
It's
yeah.
makes
also
sense.
that moment when Tony's like, "Wait, I know this road." It's like, and you kind of get the idea
Oh,
that he
you're
looked
right.
at that footage so many times.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. Okay, now his plan makes more sense.
It was doctored, so he had to find the actual footage, which is why he kept asking where Winter Soldier was.
Oh,
For
now
that
it
one.
makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, now his plan makes total sense.
So those guys were kind of wasted. Like, why did we hype up like, oh, cool, there's gonna be all these people, and they can destroy our country overnight, and they're dead.
Yeah.
Poor Marvel. They never get their villains straight.
Oh yeah, they shit on their villains constantly. Either kill them off, or they're just guys in business suits.
Why not my guys
Yeah.
in business suits, at least for Iron Man 3 and 1?
Yeah.
Also,
But there it's
Thunderbolt
about-
Ross.
It's exploring
Yeah.
the fact that he is just a guy in a business suit, and that he could come off as this big grand supervillain.
That's true.
Also,
That's con-
And Red
Sorry.
Skull, I kind of like, just from personal taste myself.
Well, he's not a guy in a business suit.
That's true.
also,
He's
Thunderbolt
in, like,
Ross in this
really
movie.
weird. What were you saying?
Thunderbolt Ross was in this movie.
Oh yeah, he's around. It doesn't mention Hulk once. It doesn't mention.
That bothered the heck out of me.
Oh, he doesn't even mention Betty.
Yeah.
Like, it would have been great if like Betty, if they actually mentioned that.
Yeah.
Hulk's sort of been retconned out of the universe. Well, not the character, the movie. Well, semi-retconned, I guess.
Yeah, even the character's kind of wasted at this point. I mean, he'll be in Ragnarok, sure, but
Yeah. Oh, is he in Ragnarok?
that makes so much sense.
Yeah, that's the best place to put him in instead of Civil War, I guess.
It's weird.
Oh, but back to Rhodey. I really love just how pissed Tony gets it. Like when Sam just lands.
Yeah.
And that might
Tony
be one of the
just
best
fires him
because
off.
it's not funny. It's just depressing and sad. And when I love that when he's like, "I'm so sorry," and Tony just blasts him away so angrily. And the fact that his first instinct is to ask, "Is Rhodey okay?" Which Cap doesn't ask at all, which pissed me off. Like, dude, one of your teammates is freaking injured and could be dead as far as you know.
Yeah.
Like, force the people my ass.
Force the people.
It's true. He doesn't even care.
Yeah.
Because he really is from the 40s.
Yeah. Oh.
Ooh.
That was too far. I'm sorry. But still,
We're gonna get disliked all to hell now. Thanks, Red.
that is horrible. He doesn't even ask. I'm sorry, but that really pissed me off. Like, you freaking killed Rhodey as far as you know. He's like, he was part of his team and everything.
Technically, you can actually die before you hit the ground if you fall from a big height.
Only if you're conscious, which he kind of was.
But he was conscious.
He started fainting halfway through.
Okay, but can't. But I thought that's how it happened. You faint and then you just kill you die.
It depends.
I don't know. That's what I've
It's
always
usually
heard.
the shock. It's usually the shock of falling, but seeing as he has experience with that, it wouldn't do too much damage to his heart.
Right. That's true.
We're having a physics debate, people.
Like, I guess.
In this movie,
There's no. This movie doesn't believe in physics.
we have a giant ass Ant-Man.
And
We
you have a
giant Paul Rudd.
and you have a
I love all the jokes
shield
in
that
the-
defies the laws of physics.
I
Oh,
love
God.
that shield, and I love all the jokes in that big action scene. I love it when
I love that. Go, he told me to go for your legs, huh? Oh God!
Also,
Just-
also, that is one of the best action scenes in any Marvel movie. I think is that airport scene.
Oh, it's so
it's
good.
no Iron Man 3 final fight, but it's good.
I love
yeah.
my favorite scene is when Winter Soldier and Falcon see Spider-Man, and like when Falcon just goes, everybody now has a gimmick.
Oh yeah, I love when he just kind of like. Also, when he's like explaining the web fluid, it's great. Especially because what's great is Peter's actually doing what he does best, which is using the quipping to distract them.
Mm-hmm.
Because like
Yes.
he waits just for Winter Soldier to rip it, and they're like, "Huh, we outsmarted," and then he just kicks them down the thing. It's like that's why you're idiots.
Oh, I
I
do.
only
Love,
did he show Red Hawk or Redbird or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
I love also how at the end.
What did you guys think of that?
It's cool, I guess, but
I let one good joke, which is don't thank me, I'm not thanking it. Thank Redbird. Like that was great.
yeah, I'll give you that.
I can't wait to see this Spider-Man in a movie now.
I can't either.
It's gonna be amazing.
And he's gonna have that suit still.
Yay!
Yay.
Yay! And Tony's gonna be in it. Yay! 'Cause I love that scene where Tony and him are together in their room. When you first meet Peter Parker.
That was great.
Yeah.
Especially when he just like pokes open the thing and it falls down. And he's like, that's the also with the webbing and everything. Like, just oh my gosh, that's that moment where he webs his hand and he's like, now clean this shit up. Okay, I'm sorry. That was great.
I also love I love it when he asks him if he can help him, and Peter just goes, "But I have homework," and like Iron Man's like, "Homework for wimps."
No, his line is, I'm just gonna pretend you didn't just say that.
Yeah.
Because he's like, oh, I love that. You ever been to Germany? What? You'll love it. That was great. Also, when he first sees Tony Stark, it's amazing. Because, like, it's his idol in his freaking kitchen.
Yeah. I mean, what would you do if you saw your idol standing in your kitchen?
Would faint, maybe, or
Yeah,
freak out.
probably.
I would probably faint too.
Well, Joel, how would you react if Palpatine was in your kitchen?
I would probably wet myself.
You'd probably bow.
Well, that too, like that too, and wet myself. Bow and wet myself.
Bow and bow.
Yes.
Bow and
How would
bow.
you guys do it if Palpatine were in your kitchen?
I would get the nearest knife.
No, I'd probably be like, so how powerful are you? Like, how much power do you have?
And then he just zap you with his.
No, he'll be like, unlimited. But yeah, so back to Civil War.
I wish. I feel like.
What did you guys think of the fact that like Hawkeye comes out of nowhere and serves for no real purpose?
Yeah.
Also, kind of comes off like a jerk.
Yeah, I mean, I love. You see, that's the
Again,
thing.
like, dude, your teammate is possibly dead, and you're not even gonna ask. I get why Ant-Man wouldn't, which I do love that. Who are you? Aww.
I love how everybody's like dissing Ant-Man. It's like it's an in joke. They all knew his movie wasn't very good, so people like diss him.
Yeah.
I just don't
Maybe
know.
it's a CW thing where they acknowledge like that season 2 wasn't that good.
But
Yeah.
I wish they'd do that for season 3 though, but you
Wait,
know,
that's
I'm
not
in a
season
good
two,
dream.
what? Oh, you talking about Flash or wait, what are you talking?
No, by the end,
By
Oh.
the end.
Oh,
because it
okay.
got really convoluted,
Oh, okay.
and so like everyone's just like, I don't even know what Slade's plan is.
Okay.
But yeah,
Back to the war. They
yeah. What about
introduced-
Hawkeye?
I guess I like the actor.
I wish we got-
I like Hawkeye and Age of Ultron the best.
Yes.
Yeah, sure. He actually
I
has.
agree with
Oh.
Steve that I think there needed to be a scene with his family.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I love his family.
That was a really missed opportunity, and I
Although
think
I
that
do like how when Widow and Hawkeye are fighting, Widow's like, "Are we still friends, right?" And she's like, "Yeah, we are." Just how hard you're gonna hit me. That was funny.
Yeah, and I
Yes.
love how well, one thing that pissed me off though was when he was talking about Tony as a futurist, because I'm like, but that's not really he's not what he's doing isn't because he's a futurist like at all. Like
Maybe
it's not what it is.
speaking of that,
Like no, seriously, can we talk about that? Because like he randomly starts talking about how he's gonna how it's a futurist. This isn't because it's a futurist. This is because this is political stuff.
yeah, I don't know.
It makes no like does Hawkeye know about what the situation is?
Maybe not. I don't know. He came out of
Like does
retirement.
he just not know? Did not pay attention?
Well, he just came out of retirement.
was he hired muscle?
Probably.
Yeah.
Speaking of that scene, they introduced that cool secret prison that I remember from Avengers: Earth's Mightiest Heroes.
Yes, I was.
Oh,
really-
it's from the comics as well.
I knew
Or
that
this
too.
comic version of this. Oh,
Maybe that means we'll get Graviton.
yeah, possibly. Well, no, Graviton's already been around.
Is he?
He was in Shield.
Was he?
Probably.
Oh wow!
I just remember.
Yeah, remember?
I've never seen Shield.
Joel, season 1.
Probably.
The guy who tried to blow up that place that guy Quinn lived.
Oh yeah, a little bit.
Guy who like falls into the thing and like stuff. Yeah.
I think I remember him. I don't really only watch certain episodes of Shield, to be honest. Anything with Daniel Whitehall. Yeah, I think I remember him.
Yeah. Okay.
I like how they say the. Oh wait, you said that about the superpowered people. I felt like that was almost like their little get a jail free card for why there's a bunch of Inhumans in Shield. That's what I wrote in my notes.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, that guy.
But yeah,
This is what
there
happened.
wasn't too many good references in this movie, sadly.
Yeah, not a lot. That was really surprising. Also, it's kind of weird that not a lot. Would you agree with me that not a whole lot, beside the Sokovia Records thing, not a lot really changes by the end of the movie?
Well, aside from the fact that the characters hate each other now.
That's
Yes.
true.
That,
Which is weird because every review said that like this is the big game changer of a Marvel universe. I mean, I guess besides the characters hating each other.
But yeah, they're gonna be all buddies in Infinity War. I would love it if Infinity War just opens with like 2 seconds of like, oh, they cleared their names and now they're all buddies again.
You know what's gonna happen. It could be that the first half of Infinity
We're
War.
gonna open it up and skip. Oh, no, the next movie's gonna open with Captain America has vanished. Can it?
That's
no, I'll tell you what it's going to start. It's going to start with 18 months later.
That's gonna be 1 year later, like the DC thing.
Yes.
Oh gosh. Oh no. Oh gosh. At least this movie didn't.
We just awakened Joel's worst nightmare.
But yeah, I want it to be like, what's the full thing?
Sorry, my kids yelling. Sorry.
Kids. But yeah,
What else to talk about?
I feel like because I've only seen the movie once, my head's all over the place. I could probably think of a bunch of other stuff I've saw.
Are children dying outside of your wall?
No, they're just
Outside of your door?
They're just yelling. Kids.
Well, I'm seeing this movie again tomorrow, so hopefully my thoughts will be a little more cleared by
I might
then.
see this movie like after vacation starts for me with my mom because she wanted to see this movie. I saw it with my dad. Oh, I got just saw it because of my dad. Thank you, Dad. Do you think this film doesn't work? I mean, to be fair, they all kind of don't at this point. Doesn't work on its own. Like you should watch. Like I saw this with my dad, and he doesn't.
You
know
need
it.
to have watched Age of Ultron to really get this movie.
Yeah. My dad saw it and he liked it, so I guess But I kind of explained to him basically the way I did it was like I explained to him, okay, this movie's about these superheroes getting in trouble because they're causing destruction, and basically the government wants to rein them in. That's like the basic. I mean, he's not a comic book person.
Oh, by the way, I found the joke. So Captain America has vanished. In his absence, the sinister Hydra has risen from the ashes, or Infinity Gauntlet, I guess, has risen from the ashes of
From
of Hydra,
the Third
and will
Reich.
not rest until Captain America, the first Avenger, has
Oh.
been destroyed. With the support of the Shield,
The Shield Order.
Colonel Rhodes leads a brave Avengers. He is desperate to find his enemy or former friend and Cap and gain his help in restoring peace and justice to the galaxy, which they didn't even know there was a larger galaxy until like 5 minutes into the film. Tony has sent to his most daring pilot, somebody, on a secret mission to Wakanda, where an old ally has discovered a clue to Cap's whereabouts.
And then at the very
Totally be the opening of the film, confirmed.
Oh, and then by the end of part 1, you see a guy in a hood just looking at a grave, and this hood slowly reveals itself. It's a bearded Chris Evans with his cap suit.
So he just turns around, and then also, I thought you were going to do the grave. I thought you were going to do the end of Deathly Hallows Part 1 with like Voldemort with the wand.
Oh, yeah, that'd be hilarious. Sorry.
When he shoots off the fireworks.
Yes.
I really have not much to say about this movie. It's a well put together movie. It's just, and this was my biggest thing, was walking out. It didn't wow me.
I felt it wowed me a little
That's
bit.
fine, but
okay, this is my weird thing.
this is gonna sound horrible. Somebody needed to die.
Maybe. Like, I mean, the airport scene wowed me, definitely, because I felt like, because that was just such a great scene. Like, I'll say this. I mean, I'm going to see it again. I'm going to enjoy it, but I feel like it won't be the same way like Age of Ultron because I love Age of Ultron just so much. And even if the movie was bad, it's just because of that first 15 minutes. And of course, I love the rest of it too. Don't get me wrong. But because I feel like Age of Ultron just had like so many good money shots, like the 15 minutes of the first act, some stuff with the final battles of Sokovia, like all that good stuff.
Maybe the reason why I love this so much is coming off of the very low that was Batman v Superman.
I mean that too. I mean that's why I really enjoyed it myself. Like I like it how I kept thinking about. I saw your tweet, Red, how it all goes back to superheroes' mothers.
Exactly. It always goes back to superheroes' mothers whose names start with the letter M.
But does Tony's mom start with the letter M?
Maria.
Why you say that name?
Exactly. Like I was halfway through it, I was expecting like Winter Soldier to be like, "I didn't mean to kill Maria." Oh my gosh! No, I want Winter Soldier to say, "How do you fix a problem like Maria?"
How do you kill a problem like Maria?
And then it's
That's hilarious.
That would be dark in so many ways, but I wouldn't care if it's goofy. That would be a meme.
Exactly. How do you solve a problem like Maria?
The Hydra soldiers are just like, how do you solve a problem like Maria? How do you get her out of the way?
Red Skull.
What?
Mother Abyss is Red Skull.
And here's another one's Baron Strucker.
Well, there are Nazis in that movie, so
that's true. I mean, I still love my joke. How do you solve a problem like Skywalker?
Yeah.
I think that's funny.
Maria in Red is so much more, and it's a Nazi. Then again, it's also a Nazi.
That's true. Well, here's something. I think this film did something that I remember Steve complained about with Winter Soldier. Well, not Steve complained, but more like he just mentioned. There's a better reason for him to be called the Winter Soldier because now he was in Russia.
No, the Winter Soldier thing still makes sense with because think about why he's called the Winter Soldier.
That's true. He gets
the whole concept of so. I forgot to mention this, which I thought of last night. He is a Winter Soldier in this movie. Is kind of a summer soldier. Rhodey, who is also an actual soldier, is a Winter Soldier.
How so?
Because a Winter Soldier is somebody who fights no matter what, always believes in their cause, or always, believes in doing the right thing, even if it means going against their cause, whatever it is, they always fight for what for what the right thing is.
Right.
And a Summer Soldier is somebody who fights when it's easy or to benefit themselves, and he kind of doesn't. I mean, not in a bad way, but he doesn't want to fight when the film begins.
I can understand. Yeah.
Rhodey, think about what happens with Rhodey. The guy loses his legs,
which is awesome.
And then at the end of the film gives that speech about how he's like, "Yeah, this sucks. This is a bad beat, but it was worth it."
Oh, I mean,
which I love that reverse because in the comics there's that whole thing where Tony's saying it wasn't worth it, and I love how this film ends with him saying it was worth it. It was the right thing to do, and it, you have to fight for that. You can't just give up on that. And I love how by the end, Tony just completely is like, okay, you know what? I was in the right. I'm not going to back down.
Here's something I can say. I saw something. Something that the comic maybe actually did better than the movie did. Isn't it true at the end of the comic, Cap turns himself in?
Yeah, but it's done more in a, look at how better Cap is than Tony, even though Tony's been the one who's this whole time been like, I'll meet you halfway, and then Steve's like, no, meeting halfway is wrong, and then at the end of the comic, he meets him halfway, and then you'd be like, oh, cool, so he's meeting Tony halfway,
right. And
then instead they play it like, Tony's a horrible person because he doesn't meet people halfway. It's like, that's what he's been saying the whole book!
That's true.
Mark Millar is a piece of shit writer, except for when he's writing Superman comics for the animated series.
Oh, okay. Well, good thing he wasn't writing this. I am actually. I guess we could kind of transition to future stuff because I like talking about the future stuff because this is the universe. So we did that with DC, Batman vs Superman.
What, you want the end speech from Days of Future Past?
Maybe I have to watch Days of Future Past. Then I get the DVD. Okay, so first off, I do agree. I kind of wanted somebody to die because somebody should have died. I felt like someone should have died, but I am sad that
Arkham Origins, someone's going to die.
Right. But
Yeah.
it is sad that Rhodey lost his legs because
The future.
That's-
a dark,
that-
desolate world. A world of war, suffering, loss on both sides. Mutants and the humans who dare to help them. Fighting an enemy we cannot defeat. Oh, wait. Sorry. Wrong thing.
Wrong movie.
And
I actually did think of an actual thing. We kind
the
of
past. A new and uncertain world. A world of endless possibilities and infinite outcomes. Countless choices to find our fate. Each choice, each moment. Yada yada yada. Ripple. No. Enough ripple, and you change the tide. For the future is never truly set. Meaning that they'll probably just be buddies. To quote Mr. Sunday, they punched on their mates.
that's how Batman and Superman should have been. They're punching their mates.
Well, they punched on their mates, and then one dies.
That's true.
Or is
Here's something
Who
I
knows?
actually kind of thought about talking about, although we kind of discussed it a little bit in our chatting, but let's just focus on this thing. Do you think they did a good job balancing so many characters and keeping focus? Yes, no, maybe?
Clint, Vision, Ant-Man don't really have any purpose in the film.
Yeah,
Nor does Jared
Yeah.
Carter.
that's true. But... I
Oh,
agree.
also, did you guys like the fact? Do you guys feel like it's a little weird that two of Tony's team betray him by the end?
Black Panther makes sense.
Well, I guess Black Panther doesn't fully betray him as much as he just. Like, I get the idea that I think what's happening is that he's not housing Steve. Like, he still disagrees with him. He's just helping Winter Soldier.
Maybe.
Maybe.
My only
I
thing
kind of
is, what does it say
I kind of
about
buy
as a
Black
dir-
Widow.
What does it say though about US about being an objective, telling an objective story when by the end you have two of one side betray their side?
I don't know, because with Black Widow and Steve are so close, and
Yeah, but the thing is about what ethically she would. Like, I feel like it would have been a lot better if the reason she betrayed the team wasn't because she randomly is just like, no, we were wrong. I think it would have been cooler if her reason was that she, for stopping Black Panther, wasn't that she was betraying the team, but rather that to save him from going too far.
maybe.
I think that would have worked a lot better if she was doing that to stop T'Challa from killing Winter Soldier.
Maybe.
It takes the fall for that. Like, I think that would have worked a lot better character-wise, because
Right.
she's killed so many people, so she wants to stop him from having to do that.
Yeah, probably a better thing.
Yeah.
And that would have made his arc seem more interesting.
Yeah, I probably agree with you there a little bit.
I can agree.
So let's move a little bit now to the future. The Russo brothers are going to be directing Avengers Infinity War, or whatever, Infinity Gauntlet, or whatever it's going to be called. The next Avengers.
Thanos thing.
Thanos. Are you happy? Are you sad we lost Whedon? You think it was time for a transition? Whedon did the first two, now it's these guys.
I'm happy with the Russos.
I like
Yeah, they're
it.
fine. I prefer Whedon, but sure. I kind of wonder how they're going to do this. What's kind of saddening to me, though, is both parts will be finished before we get Captain Marvel. Though she might get set up in the Infinity War, who knows?
Who knows? Yeah, that's true.
Maybe.
I just want Captain Marvel, damn it.
Well, you'll get her eventually. If we
Yeah,
live.
eventually.
Well, we know we're not getting the Inhumans, so all the fans there are sorry.
Yeah, but who cares about the Inhumans?
I want Fantastic Four, dang it. I want my Doctor Doom. I want the full power of Doom.
I want my actual Galactus.
I want my Baron Von Strucker clone so I can get Baron Von Strucker back.
I just want, actually, what do I want in the, of the future Marvel films?
Red Skull back? That's what I want.
I guess, yeah, Red Skull, or more of a focus on AIM.
I would
More
hope
villains
we
in the
get
universe
Hugo
existing at one time.
I would hope we get Hugo Weaving back as Red Skull if he comes back, because as far as I know, he has gone on record to say that he hated the role of Red Skull.
Mm-hmm.
I think you could recast and nobody would notice.
I think we'd notice, but just not
Yeah,
care.
I think we'd notice.
I mean, okay, we wouldn't care. As long as you got someone good. Maybe even someone who can do a little, even more over-the-top German accent.
I don't think that he comes back for three more films as Elrond, but he doesn't come back for Red Skull.
Yeah, come on. You can put, so pointy ears are and long hair is okay, but red makeup and Nazi uniforms, no.
Like what, you don't enjoy playing a Nazi?
Who doesn't enjoy playing a Nazi?
I mean, he's played Nazi several times.
Yeah. Sorry.
I mean, come on. And like the current high, like he can show up and like punch somebody, can like shoot Ward in the back of the head, and it'd be like, you are failing.
Time
That's
30
the end of
form
the story.
Hydra.
That's the end of the film.
Yay!
Yeah.
That's how it starts.
And then you have the Hydra agents go, Hail, Hydra, Hail, Hydra. Like,
Well, there are no more Hydra agents anymore.
I know, but it turned out that he has this whole army, like he's converted a bunch of people like Frost Giants to be Hydra agents.
Oh yeah, that worked for me.
Maybe he'll be in Ragnarok. Who knows?
I'm actually, despite the first two Thor films, I mean, I don't hate them like some people do. I don't think they're the best. I don't even think they're good. They're more like TV films I can just watch for fun. I'm actually kind of excited for Ragnarok. I want to see, because if Surtur is some big giant demon thing, is the Enchantress going to be in that?
Hopefully. I mean, they did freaking Lorelei before they did the Enchantress, which makes no sense.
If Enchantress lives, then maybe Zemo can break out, get a sock head on his head, and form the League of
Oh
Evil.
yeah, and then you can get Crimson Dynamo, and well, no, because didn't we waste Crimson Dynamo?
I don't know. Did
Yeah, we killed him off in the opening of Iron Man 2.
Did we?
Yeah, he's Whiplash's father.
Wait, that was Crimson Dynamo?
Yep.
Oh, wow.
They killed him off in the freaking opening act of Iron Man 2.
Maybe they can get a new guy, take the mantle.
Well, yeah, but the thing is, in the comics we had the first Crimson Dynamo who actually was killed by Black Widow, and he only had like 3 appearances, but he was so cool because he like fights Tony, and then he still believes in in Russia, but like he feels like the leaders have become so corrupt, so then he sides with Tony to take down them and save Mother Russia, and then Black Widow in her first appearance shows up and is trying to kill him for being a traitor, and then he kills her and sacrifices himself for Tony, and it's a really great ending for that character.
Also, did we get a little reference, speaking of Black Widow, did we get a reference to the fact that her and Winter Soldier may have been a thing?
Doesn't she have, well, not really, no.
Because there's a line where she says, don't you recognize me?
Yeah, but I think that's just because she didn't even meet him. I don't get what that line was.
Yeah, I don't. So that was like.
I do love when he just starts choking her though with the thing, and it's like 2 seconds, and she's already like almost dead. It's like, yeah, that's terrifying.
Yeah.
Metal
Also, I love the fact that Tony. They kind of do that Denny O'Neil Iron Man thing where he doesn't want to be Iron Man anymore, but then he's forced into putting on the suit. And I love when he's like, what part of he's the did you bring the suit? He's like, yes, it's a 3-piece. It cost this many dollars. And then, by the end, when he just puts the suit on, he's like, I really hate having to do this, but you're going down.
Yeah. That final fight scene was Tony was that's probably the angriest and most emotional I've ever seen Robert Downey Jr. get in a film.
Oh my gosh, he is so. And again, Chris Evans is a good actor, but just Steve is so emotionless in that scene. I don't get how people can side with Cap when he's so inhuman almost.
He is an inhuman.
He's so inhuman there.
I know what you're talking about. Just joking.
Just doesn't do anything. He's just kind of and then he tries to snap Tony's neck with it. Which his face when he realizes that he tried to kill Tony is great. Because he just starts breaking down. He's like, oh dear God.
Oh,
Tony looking at him like, you just tried to kill me.
And something I just remembered. I like it how in the flashback when we actually see the Stark family, get killed. I like how Howard just looks at him and goes, Sergeant Barnes. He recognizes him all the way from.
I love that because he knows Barnes, and also I love that line where he says, "Oh no, my father never talked about you only 1,000 times." I love that moment where he says, bitter. "I hate you."
Yeah.
Or he says, "I hate you," and Steve just looks at him and he's kind of realizing. Why Tony doesn't like him that much, that he spent his whole life pretty much having to measure up to Cap, and just no shit he's gonna hate him.
Yeah, there were some scenes where I felt that Cap felt old, especially when he was around Tony. Tony's Tony's his age, and but Cap's this old man that always was talked about by his dad. You know what I'm saying? Kind of
yeah.
Yeah, he felt old. I felt Steve felt old for the first time, ever. Oh, it's funny calling him Steve. I just call him Cap, but then that's confusing. So let's see, what else can we talk about? What else? Oh, want to just talk about trailers we saw in the theater?
Oh yeah, freaking Rogue One's trailer was the best part of the experience of going to the theaters.
Oh, I love that. I was
Yeah,
like,
I
where's the
love that
Rogue One trailer? Bring on the Rogue One trailer. I told you, read about Gareth Edwards and scale. He
Yeah,
knows.
oh my gosh, it's amazing.
It's gonna be so weird going back to Empire and seeing the AT-ATs and they're gonna seem so small. But then when we eventually see Rogue One, like, holy moly, these AT-ATs are huge. I also saw. Let's see what else I saw in the trailers. Movie I don't know. Independence Day. What else?
I didn't see Independence Day. I saw Born.
Yeah, I saw Warren too.
I think I might have
Yeah.
saw that. Yeah, there wasn't much there I was interested in.
Rogue One was about the only thing I was really cared about.
I like Doctor
and
Strange trailers.
And X-Men and X-Men Apocalypse and Doctor Strange.
I saw Doctor Strange. I didn't see X-Men Apocalypse.
Apparently, the bald Wakandan woman is supposed to be Dora Milaje, who's a character from the comics. Though I thought that she was supposed to be his sister.
Yeah, I wondered who's that was. Like, okay, why you have a bald lady here? I mean, it's cool. You can have bald lady.
like I'm not saying I hate bald people. I'm just saying.
Yeah. It took me actually a while to figure out where the mid-credit scene was for a few seconds before I saw, oh, wait, that's an African-American, that's an African person, there might be Wakanda, that's right. Also, for a moment, I thought they said that Wakanda was, like, next to Nigeria. Did they say that, or that...
No, it's just they're on a
No,
mercy mission to Nigeria.
Okay, I thought that, like, wait a minute. Like, they show Wakanda, and they show, wait a minute, that's not where Nigeria is. Like, I know my map. I'm such a history nerd. Like, I know the map of the world of Africa, at least. Yeah. Wow, I would say, I thought we would have more to say about this film than we did. I mean, I don't hate the film. I would love it. I recommend this highly.
Yeah, I recommend it too.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like, I don't know. Why is it we can't talk about, like, okay.
I think part of it too. How many times have you seen this
wow! Apparently, one of those soldiers, or one of them might have. Those soldiers apparently one of them. Oh no! It's just somebody speculating that one of them might have been supposed to be Red Guardian. So now I'm kind of pissed that they killed them off.
Wait, which soldier? There's so many soldiers.
Those guys in the things that if they had kept them alive, one of them could have been Red Guardian.
But isn't Red Guardian supposed to be from World War II, and he's supposed to be like the Soviet Captain America?
Yeah.
I remember him.
These guys are from World War II.
No, they injected those people in the 90s, dude. I remember the flashback.
Oh yeah, so they injected them in the 90s, but who cares? You can still do Red Guardian, dude.
That's true.
We blow up Crossbones.
I know, that was sad.
Quicksilver is riddled with bullets.
That's true.
Brad, how
I
many
remember
times have you seen this movie?
Yeah, how many times have you seen it?
Once.
Once.
Oh, okay.
We've all seen it once. We'll probably see it again. I know this time. Like, I'm
definitely seeing it again
I'll see it
tomorrow.
at least one more time. Like, I feel like this movie I won't see as much as I did Age of Ultron. Because I saw that movie in theaters, like, 5-6 times in theaters. Like, I saw this movie a lot. That movie a lot in theaters. Like, I have that movie down. Like, I don't know why that movie in particular, but it's so good. For one thing. But, yeah. How does this compare to you, though, to Winter Soldier? Because, you know...
Winter Soldier's better, I would say.
Yeah, I agree.
Winter Soldier has Hydra. Oh, yeah.
This is Hydra.
Yeah. That's true.
Not to Joel's liking, though.
It's not a German Hydra. It's a Russian Hydra.
Well, yeah, because Russians are cooler than Germans. Get it?
Oh.
Dun, dun.
But yeah, seriously, Russians are so much more interesting. Just saying.
Yeah, they are kind of cool. They're
It's
Russian.
it's Siberia. Like that Russian guy. Oh my gosh, when that guy gets drowned. Hell, Hydra.
Oh, I love
Oh,
that
that's
scene.
awesome.
I love that scene. Like, yeah, you go, man. You support your German founded organization.
Oh, he's Russian. Yeah.
A Russian supporting a German founded organization. He's on the opposite side now
Yeah.
because if in the Marvel Cinematic.
Well, it's America. We kind of lump all our enemies together.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
Russian. I actually had trouble at the beginning before I found out he was Sokovian. Like, wait, is Baron is Zemo like Russian or German? Like, I couldn't tell what accent he was trying to pull off.
Yeah, he's not even a Baron. He's just Zemo.
Colonel.
Yeah, this is Zeman.
He is a colonel. What?
He's Colonel.
He is a military guy.
Yeah, they did a background on him. He's like part of the Sokovian's
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Squad.
Oh yeah, he's part of a kill squad.
Actually,
I
at the
forgot.
beginning of the movie,
It's so rushed at the end.
yeah. I do like his theme in the movie, but I did write at the beginning of the movie before I knew anything about Zemo. I wrote down Baron Zemo better Lex than Lex, because at first I was getting like Lex Luthor vibes from Batman versus Superman.
Well, yeah, I mean, when he was drowning that guy, he kept trying to like give him Jolly Ranchers. It was weird.
Yeah.
And then like he pissed in a jar and left it for Winter Soldier. It was just weird.
Well, and actually, it is funny because at the end of the both movies, both Lex and him are in a jail cell.
Exactly. Except sadly here, Martin Freeman didn't punch a bat symbol into the wall.
And he's not
Yeah.
going ding 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 ding. They're coming ding 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 ding. The bells are ringing.
Oh my gosh, that moment. Oh god, that was horrible. Just ding, 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 ding. Like, what are you doing?
He's the Joker. That's what he is. He's a worse
Even
Joker than the
Joker
Joker.
has at least some. At least Joker's funny. Like,
He's a worse Joker than the Joker.
You know, at first I almost had thought that, and maybe this is me gonna make the movie worse for you when I say this. I thought Baron Zemo's plan was he was gonna inject himself with that Winter Soldier serum, and he was gonna become like the Baron Zemo we all know.
that would have
I, wa-
been uninteresting.
I don't know.
I thought that's where they were going at first. I'm like, oh, good, they didn't go there.
Yeah. Well, they do.
Do you really want a big super brawl dude, or do you want a manipulator who's just a guy?
Well, I don't know much about Baron Zemo in the comics, so I guess that works better. So I guess the
Is the fur
manipulator.
coat always just drinking wine, even though he doesn't even pull up his mask, so I don't know how he's drinking it.
It's comic.
Ever
logic.
noticed that? You never see him pull it up to drink.
That's true. Even Spider-Man had to pull up his.
So, is there anything else to talk about?
What's the next film? Doctor Strange.
Doctor Strange, yeah. Then Homecoming.
All right, I can't wait.
Oh, did you see what I meant with the Homecoming Easter egg?
Yeah, I saw the spider.
Yeah.
Might not have been an Easter egg at all.
I just saw the spider symbol at the end of the movie. So.
No. The fact that Homecoming is one of the keywords.
Yes.
Oh.
Oh.
So meaningless and minor.
I didn't even recognize. I actually had trouble at first. Like, wait, what did he do? I had trouble at first trying to figure it out. Like, and like, oh wait, it's like this is some sort of like trigger thing. It's like a psycho analysis thing.
So does that mean Captain Marvel is going to be called Captain Marvel 9?
Why is it Cap? Oh, I get you. I did not catch that Easter egg. I
Yeah, and
was.
of course Black Panther freight car.
Yeah.
I don't know why freight car was on there.
I don't either.
I
There
can't
were
wait.
some weird words in there. I'm like, what would these code words mean? Why not use, like, actual...
Death, destruction, kill.
I guess that would be kind of easy though to accidentally get that triggered off.
That's true. You gotta use weird words. That
Yeah, but
nobody.
why not use something more...
But everybody
justified,
used 1 and
something
9.
more dignified.
Like you say something like presumptuous, like overzealous,
Practicus.
like big words.
Big words. Big words make the world better.
Oh,
can't-
also, I love the like which one am I talking to? Like, oh, you had newspapers in your shoes, and I love the fact that immediately Falcon's like, oh, so now we're supposed to just be like, oh, cool, you're normal now.
Yeah.
Like he's completely right.
Yeah. Well, you cap with a poor man once upon.
Also, am I missing something? Or was the line, I could do this all day, cut out?
It was kept back in.
It was.
Was it?
I might have missed it.
Yeah, after he right before he stabs, like after Tony rips the arm off.
It probably was. I don't know. I have to see this film like a few more times because my
But
brain.
you gotta love how Tony rips Winter Soldier's arm off, his robotic arm off, and Steve freaks out more than Tony did when his friend is now paralyzed. Like,
Yeah.
like Steve, you don't emote when you might have accidentally killed a guy, but then you're like, oh my gosh, his arm! Like, what the hell?
Do you think that's intentional or that's just bad writing?
Just kind of inconsistent. I feel like they might have actually been confused. Like, they might have actually been switching around what was going to happen to Rhodey the entire time.
I could see that. I remember.
Maybe.
I remember Black Nerd Comedy saying he didn't want Brody killed off.
At least it's not as bad as they didn't know who was in the grave.
That's true.
Oh gosh.
I must be boy.
Like we just kill off, or like we don't know that it's Peggy until the end of the movie.
Yeah, that would be the worst bait and switch ever.
Or it's Coulson again.
I still thought Peggy's funeral was sad. I got a little teary eyed because I just always.
Yeah.
I watched the Agent Carter show, so I really love Peggy. And
I have not watched Agent Carter, so.
oh, you're missing out, dude.
Have I?
Awesome.
But yeah.
So yeah, go
you don't
see
have
this
any
movie.
Thoughts on this movie?
I really enjoy it.
Go see Rogue One when that comes out.
Oh.
That's all I have to say.
No, go course.
Go-
Bro, I can't wait to read that
I'll-
review.
All I'll say is go see it. It's well made.
Go see it. It's a lot of fun. I mean, I had a blast, especially
Yeah.
after Batman vs Superman and 2. Like this was like the superhero movie I needed to watch, and it's a lot of fun. So yeah.
It might not be the superhero movie we deserve. It's the superhero movie we needed.
We need right now. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
definitely. So yeah, go see it, everybody. And
And trying to find a good way to end it.
Hail Hydra
Hell, Hydra,
If you need us, just call.
and Hail Hydra. See ya.